It's in. Took a good chunk of the afternoon and cleaned up my back garage. I'm sure from previous videos you could have seen how big of a mess it was, and you can see I still have a little bit of a mess here, but the Firebird is now moved over. Um, since my last video update, I've taken it to Beaver, and I didn't get any good video from it, sadly. But best passes the car's ever made. I'll start out with the car with only two 60 foot, so it didn't 60 foot very good. But the first pass, I had a couple come off just after the 8th mile. Ran 19 pounds, but ran 94 miles an hour and 7 something in the 8th. Next pass, I was able to borrow some tools from a couple new friends, and got all the couplers pushed back in and tightened down real tight. Took it back out to 19 pounds. Ran it all the way down the quarter that time. It ran a 1263 at 118.7. So at 120 it needs a cage, and I'm also now completely, like, I'm out of fuel injector. I'm almost out of gearing for what I'm running, because I'm only taking it up to about 60, I think it's like 6,300 or something. That was my shift point. And the gear, I still have some gear left in it to put some more power to it. I'm going to do that before I change gears, but I'm close to out of gearing. I'm out of injector for sure. And the car's gonna need some money dumped at it. I mean, I probably could use a cam now, because I'm getting, like, it feels like I'm hitting a wall anytime I take it past 6. But it's got those Mickey Thompson ET Streets on it, and they hook awesome. Love those things to death. They completely surprised me. Very, very impressed. But anyway, the Firebird's sitting in its current trim right now. I'm just going to enjoy the car. Not do much of anything to it. I'll probably weld some beads on the cold side pipes, that way they don't blow apart again. Because some of them have beads, some of them don't. I need to weld beads on the ones that don't, so that way it doesn't blow apart. And besides for that, I'm going to keep it the way it is for now, and just enjoy the car. Thinking mid-June I'm going to take it out and bracket race at just 10 pounds instead of almost 20. That way I can see what I'll do and just have some fun with it this summer. That's my goal, is just have fun with the car. So now, because of that, and I'm not doing much of anything, I was able to spend yesterday and a good chunk of the day and got that side of the garage cleaned out and got the S10 in. I am planning on right now just fixing interior. I think I mentioned in the last video this thing needs floorboards. Needs floors and cab mounts and some other odds and ends. And once I get those fixed and get the interior put back in, at that point I'm going to come out, and it's got 4.3 V6 in it. And it's going to see kingdom come on video. So let me get the hood open. Excuse the camera angle for a second here. I'll put the hood prop up. So, standard mill, run-of-the-mill 4.3 V6. Nothing special. I think it's got 160 something on the clock. We'll check it whenever I get it to the in-car footage. But no AC. It is 4-wheel drive. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to keep it 4-wheel drive or not. I think I want to. I really, really want to keep it 4-wheel drive. I just know oil pan and oil filter is going to be a pain in the rear. But anyway, it's something I got to decide on yet, and that's a little bit down the road on this build. I got the turbo in this past week for the 5.3. I'm going to put a 5.3 LS in it. I'm going to keep the trans in it. It's got an MV3500 in it already. So I'm going to keep it, just throw a new clutch and flywheel and stuff on the 5.3 and let it eat. And I've got a 7665 used turbo that came in the mail. So that is going to be going on it. And it's pretty much, as I said it before, it's going to be just a fun build. I mean, I'm going to keep it to where I can still pass PA state inspection, so I got to keep all the emissions garbage on it. Besides for that, it is going to get an 8.8 rear axle. I got to find out what gears it has in it so I can match them up. Going to do the hydraulic handbrake, because I would love to be able to put some taller rims with low profile tires on it and take it possibly, I think their state college has drift events and stuff like that, and just learn. I know this probably isn't the greatest vehicle to do it on, but it's kind of my idea. It might not happen. I'm not sure. But anyway, it's going to be a fun street truck, pretty much. So, but that is what we got going on there. Now, I will show you the ugly. I knew this before I bought the truck. So, you can see I got the bench seat out and everything, all the interiors in the bed right now. That'll eventually move upstairs, but for right now, I'm just kind of storing it there. So, the guy that bought this before... Ooh, the lighting's actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. The guy that bought this before me stated that he bought it, I think he paid $1,000 or so for this truck. And it's clean on the outside. I mean, if you look at the outside, like even the exterior is nice. So... I mean, it's got, like, the weather strips cracked, and the vent visor needs... I'm going to probably just rip it off. I'll probably put another one on it. But it's clean. It's straight. It does have a roll pan on the back, which I don't like, and it technically won't pass inspection, so it's going to get a bumper of some sort. Or I'm going to put a legal roll pan on it that ties into the frame. I haven't decided yet. But, there's rust issues I got to fix. Like, the bed right here, someone decided to put great stuff foam in here, which... really makes me mad, but I gotta probably cut that out, and the same one on the other side. It's not foamed up, but it's starting to do the same thing, and I'm gonna see if I can either buy or have made a patch panel that will roll around here. I can just cut this out, weld the new one in. I'm gonna be taking the bed off to fix the underneath this nice rubber mat. Let's see if I can get this up here. Is a nice rust all the way down the back. It's really just back here. The rest of the bed, even underneath this mat and underneath the truck, is good. There's one, well, I shouldn't say that. There's one bed support, I think right here I'm going to have to remake because it's starting to rust. But besides that, the bed is actually in really good shape. So it's just that part right there. I'm going to have to completely redo that floor. I know the one bed support's completely gone. I got to redo it. Like, I think it's that one and this one, so it's actually two. But, I knew that buying the truck. And the big thing is this. The floor is completely wasted on this. As I said, I had a buddy who I bought the truck from. He's a friend of mine. He paid $1,000 for it. I ended up paying him $400 for it because he bought it. I think he told me, and I could be completely wrong on this, but if I remember correctly, he told me that he bought it. It was a muddy day. It was sitting in the mud. He couldn't really get underneath of it. Saw the outside was really clean and picked it up, and because he needed a car the daily that was cheaper on gas than what he had, which was a Toyota FJ at the time. So he bought this truck, drove it until the inspection ran out. That's when I bought it, which was this last March. And I, on the other hand, he had it parked in his driveway, and I, on the other hand, crawled all over this truck. And I found everything wrong with it. Knew the floor pans were gone. Driver's side's the worst. Needs rockers. There is a hole right here in that rocker, and it's nice and gone. The floor pan's the worst. This is the worst side. Like, watch this. Someone just put... I mean, they tried to pop rivet that in. There's the cab mount. So, that's supposed to be holding this cab up. It's not. It's literally rusting on the frame right here. I'm guessing right... You can see, like, where it's picked up here, so I don't want to do too much because I don't want it to fall. But... yes, that's completely gone. I gotta fix the frame mount part right here. I'm not sure what that is. If that's actually might be brake line or something. So I got that to fix. I've got, you know, rusty floor to fix. I got like I think the floorboard or the floor pan I got has all this right here. If not, I'm gonna have to patch it. I already bought floor pans and the whole rocker, like front to rear. That way, like I'm surprised the cab corners don't appear to be puttied or anything, and they're okay, which is unbelievable for the amount of rust we have up here. But I didn't care. The rocker has a whole cab corner and everything on it. It's all one piece. I got everything from LMC Truck. I got all new mounts. I got new floor pan mounts. I'm gonna just take a piece. I'm gonna clean all this up once I get the cab up high enough, and I'm going to just clean it up with a grinder and make a new plate for it. Or I might buy them. I know they sell them pretty cheap, but that will fix that. I can weld it to it. This is still sturdy enough around here that there's enough meat to get a hold of it and weld to it. But it was pretty radical when I first checked this out. I actually haven't had it this far apart yet. This is the first time I even took this piece out. Now how does this go back on? Whatever. That looks good. So, and yeah, they literally just took and pop riveted, or attempted to pop rivet that over it, because, you know, that's good. So, anyway, I'm going to be fixing this side, which is the worst, and the other side is starting. Let me get up and moved around here. You can see the other side's nice and wet and rusted. It's not through, but it's like you can see over there where it's soft. The inside, right beside the cab right there, has holes in it. Rocker panel's the same way. So, it's going to get both floor pans. I'm hoping I got enough with it. As I said, I got LMC Truck floor pans for it, left, because they sold them left to right. Anyway. Probably going to end up looking for a new carpet. I was going to try to reuse this one, but this one's so soggy and rusty, and I think I can find cheap carpets for this truck. So I'm probably going to do that, because this truck I'm actually going to care a little bit about. And I may go with a rubber floor mat. I haven't decided on that yet. But I'm doing something for flooring, for floor carpeting, or covering. But this truck I'm actually, as I said, I'm going to care about this one. It's going to probably get bucket seats. I'm probably going to get rid of the bench seat, because I don't really care for it. The speaker box was in the way when I first bought it, and that's why there's a speaker box right here that was behind the seat, and that was keeping it from going all the way back, which once I got it all the way back, I was actually comfortable driving the truck, because before the seat was too far forward and it just didn't feel right. But now, I mean, I pulled the speaker box out first before I pulled the seats out, and I was like, oh wow, that's good. So I'm probably going to put buckets in it of some sort because of getting room for the hydraulic handbrake. Not totally sure, but we'll go from there. I'm not too in love with that bench seat, so that may become a for sale item if anyone even wants it. Going to have to probably fix the bottom of the doors. They're solid, but just starting to get some crust to them. I don't know if you can see that right there. Let's see if I can zoom in here and have it pick up some light. Anyway, it looks like right here. It's nothing bad, but I just want to catch it before it gets worse. The bad thing is I'm not a body man. I've never done body work, or much body work in my life. So, it's going to be a joyous learning experience. I'm going to take videos along the way of this entire build for you guys. Just how I'm doing it. It might not be the right way, but it's the way I'm going to do it. So, that's the update on it so far. I will, as I said, I'm going to take a video once I get the floors taken out of it. I'm going to have to do one side at a time, I believe. I might do both. I'm not sure. I got to get the entire cab unbolted and jacked up on jack stands, and probably going to remove the front clip as well. I know there's a little bit of rust damage, which should be easily fixable. It's nothing major, but like there's a hole on this side. I think it's the lower radiator support or something, which I can probably just cut out, put a weld in a metal patch, and be good. But I'm doing all that work first before I do the engines change, because it's one of those things where this truck is going to stay state inspectable. I'm not going to do what I did with the Firebird, which is just anti-tag it and not care. I want to be able to daily drive this truck. I'm keeping it a manual because I think that would be fun. And the 7665, I know a lot of people are like, that's too small of a turbo. It's a quick lighting turbo. I'm not looking for max power of this truck. It's probably only 500 horse, which I know those turbos are good for. It's near the limit, but I know they're good for it. So, because I'm only using a Gen 3 LS with Gen 3 rods and pistons, I don't want to put all kinds of power to it and spit a rod going down the road, 30 miles from home. So, on my way home from work, because I drive about 40 miles one way to work and back, and I want to be able to drive this and enjoy it. So, still got to decide if I am going to keep four-wheel drive. If any of you guys watching my videos have done a four-wheel drive S10 swap or know of a friend who has done one, I would love to know what they did for the oil pan and the oil filter. If they were able to get just the short filter and whatever oil pan they used, and were able to get it out and in easily with the front drive shaft being right there, or if they relocated the filter, or what exactly they did, and what kind of oil pan setup they used. I've done a little bit of looking online. I'm probably going to have to bite the bullet and buy an oil pan setup for this, which I don't really want to do. Part of me just wants to modify a factory one with it like a kick out to get the oil reserve back up, which I have aluminum plating, and I can weld aluminum now. MIG weld, it's not great, but it holds oil. So I just gotta see. But if any of you guys have recommendations, let me know. As I said, this truck's being done on a budget, but this is one of my dream trucks. I've always wanted one of these things. Ever since I was a kid, right and wrong, my dad had one. He put a 305 in it, and I pretty much grew up in that truck riding around with him. So I've always wanted one, and this is pretty much a twin, except his was flat black and this one's red, and I'm going to keep it. I'm probably going to keep it red. I may change the color to like a gloss black, but I'm not going to do a flat black. I would love to keep it four-wheel drive because I'd love to be able to use it to go hunting and whatnot, which I know a turbo LS vehicle and, doing stuff like that with it. But that's my plan. It's going to be a fun daily. So something I could take wherever and not have to worry. So I am spending a little bit more money on this truck than like I did with the Firebird, because I actually calculated it. I'm pretty sure I have less than $4,000 in that whole car, and it runs 12.6s at 118. So for less than $4,000, I'd say that's not terrible. But this one I don't know how much I'm gonna get into. I'm keeping the factory trans. I have another one in the S10 Blazer that's the Earth is trying to reclaim behind this garage. And that one I'm going to pull out and use just in case, or have as a backup just in case, along with its transfer case. But yeah, so there you go. Thank you for watching, and if you like these videos, please subscribe. I'm going to start posting up more this summer. Speedino updates as well, and I actually have a Speedino update, but I'm not going to put that in this video. This video is mainly about the Firebird and the S10. But this truck will be Speedino operated, which I've told you before. And I'm excited as all heck, because this is going to be Speedino operated. The Firebird's going to go Speedino. The amount of stuff we can do with that, and the size, and just it looks like the durability aspect is going to be really, really good. So, all kinds of excited. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good one.